Hello everyone, Tim here. Happy Monday. Tomorrow is the first Blu-ray Tuesday of the month. We have 4 great weeks with some stellar titles coming out this month. So this video, I'd like to actually just look at some of the stuff I'm excited for this month. Kind of narrowed it down to 10 that stick out the most to me, ones that I'm pretty damn excited for. There's a lot of good stuff, but I'm just going to cover these 10 that they kind of stand above the rest to me. So before we dive into that, I also want to mention I'm doing a top 25 community list. If you haven't seen yet, video right here. This is the thumbnail, but yeah, if you haven't submitted a list for that, I would greatly appreciate it. This is 90s theme, very accessible. I would love for tons of participation, but that's enough of that. Let's dive into my list. All right, so now for the first one on my list, I wouldn't normally put a regular studio release on my list as most excited because generally I want to wait till sales for those. A lot of that stuff, it will just drop in price. There's no reason to hurry. If it's not a steelbook, it's not a boutique or something, I would rather just wait. But Plane comes out this month. I'm actually legitimately excited for Plane. I like Gerard Butler movies for just the dumb fun they are, and I actually heard quite a bit of good things about Plane. So at the normal cheaper prices that Lionsgate titles come out at, I am definitely in for Plane. Next up on my list would be Babylon, the 4K Steelbook to be precise. First, because I'm kind of a Steelbook whore. I love my Steelbooks. I think it's pretty nice. But also because I really like Damien Chazelle movies. I missed this one in theaters. Partially because the runtime is super long. Even though I heard it goes by at a pretty brisk pace, the runtime did put me off a little. But in the comfort of my own home, I am all down for a new Damien Chazelle movie. I've heard this looks spectacular, and especially in 4K, this one's probably going to really pop. So bring this on. I already listened to the score to it. It's great. It's very jazz inspired, as are the rest of his scores. But I am all for more Damien Chazelle, so yes, definitely looking forward to Babylon. Next up on my list, I have a Marilyn Monroe movie. This is not one I've seen, but The Prince and the Showgirl. It's a 1957 movie from her. I like her as an actress, so that is the entire reason. Plus, I really like Warner Archive. You don't really get Warner Archive cheaper than when they come out, besides the when you run across the very rare sale, like Movie Zing had a great sale, and they used to run their 4 for $44. Doesn't really happen now, but in general, Warner Archive is a little bit more of an expensive label. So I'm okay diving in at like the 18, 19 of release. That's about normal price. So yeah, some more Marilyn Monroe. I'll take it this March. Now for number 7 on my list. I guess it depends on how much you like cheesy, dumb disaster fun. But I'm pumped for The Core. I was pumped for The Core when it hit Blu-ray, and for some reason, I guess I just never went and grabbed it. I was really excited for it, too, because I was waiting for The Core for a long time to come to Blu-ray. It came to Blu-ray, and I didn't get it. But that worked out in my favor, because now we are getting a Core 4K. The movie is completely ridiculously stupid, but it's a lot of fun. I like the characters a lot. I like the silliness of going down into the earth to restart the core of the earth. There's some cool disaster stuff going on. It's just a lot of fun. And that's what I look for in disaster movies for the most part. Like, I don't want super grounded, realistic as much. I like Twister and Volcano and stuff like that. I like just fun. So it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's a good time. So definitely The Core, I'm in for it. Number 6, Get Off My Plane. That's right, one of the best 90s action movies out there, which would be a perfect movie for a top 25 list. Hint, hint. So yeah, I love this 90s action movie starring Harrison Ford as a badass president. It's so much fun. And again, I say the word fun in a lot of stuff because a lot of times, I mean, I love my good dramas and stuff, but a lot of times I kind of just want to unwind to something fun, and Air Force One absolutely delivers on that. It's such a great movie. Great performances. Gary Oldman as the bad guy. It's so good. and it's coming out with a badass steelbook. Look at that steelbook. It is so damn pretty, so I'm in for it. Number 5, going with complete blind buy, but based off my best friend's recommendation, Dr. Giggles. Never saw it, heard great things about it. My best friend loves it, so that's all there is to say. I can't really say much more because didn't see it, but I'm going off recommendation of someone I trust. In the number 4 spot is a Criterion title coming out this week. I am so excited for it. Mildred Pierce 4K from Criterion, starring Joan Crawford. It's a 1945 movie. It's one of her best movies that I have never seen. Really excited for it. And I was actually going to buy the last Criterion sale. There was one copy of the Blu-ray at the store, and I was all ready to take that sucker home. And then I shook it a little, and the disc was loose. So, left it behind, and didn't end up grabbing it since. But that paid off because the 4K is coming, and I'm all down for that. So, definitely bringing that home, and I'll probably watch that like right when I bring it home. I'm very excited for that one though. Number 3, I'm a big Paramount Presents fan. I have the entire line right now. I'm completely caught up. And I've been waiting for Red Eye to get a Blu-ray for a long freaking time. And to us now get not only a Blu-ray, but a 4K in the Paramount Presents line with great artwork for a pretty badass Wes Craven thriller. Hell yes. This is a really good movie. It's a tight runtime. It's thrilling the whole way. Big fan of Red Eye. I saw a lot of people. There was a lot of hype when this one was announced. A lot of people excited. Which makes me wonder if that many people are excited for it now, why the frick did Paramount wait so long? Why did this one take over 15 years to come? I don't understand that. But it's finally here. We're finally getting Red Eye, and we're getting it in 4K. It should pop. I am hyped as hell for this one. I just rewatched. I watched it digitally in HD not that long ago. I want to say sometime last year. Doesn't matter. I'm watching the 4K once it comes. In number 2 is... It's hard. I haven't really ranked my movies enough yet this year to know, or I should say for last year, to really understand what is my top movie overall. Maybe I should have sat down and did that. Tons of people did videos on that, and I didn't. But I absolutely loved All Quiet on the Western Front. So if it's not my favorite movie overall, it's my favorite Oscar movie for sure. I loved Top Gun. But something about All Quiet on the Western Front hit just that little bit more, and I loved everything about it. I thought the score was great, what's funny is the score, either people love it or hate it. It's very different and doesn't fit the time period in the feel, but it feels like Trent Reznor or Atticus Ross made a score to a World War I movie. But I loved it. I thought it was great. The cinematography in the movie is great. The acting is fantastic. I absolutely loved All Quiet on the Western Front. So the fact that we're getting a 4K, a nice physical release of it, I am all down for that. I'm pretty pumped. When my wife sent me she sent me it, and then Derek, Convicted Cinephile, sent me about it almost at the same time. And I was pumped. So I'm pre-ordered it like immediately, and really looking forward to that one coming in. It's a nice like digibook style. Yeah. If you haven't seen All Quiet, you really, really need to. And then number 1 on my list is something that people already have, essentially. It is the rest of the Rocky movies. The rest of the Rocky movies are coming out, their steelbooks, week by week. That's what I have ordered as the steelbooks. The Knockout Collection already came out, so people have already watched all 4 on 4K. But because I did not get that and I opted for the steelbooks, I have to wait weekly. I already paid for them, but as they come, I am very excited to rewatch 2 for only the second time and watch 3 and 4 for the first time. And I think a lot of people are huge fans of 4. I believe that's the one. I don't know. I lose track of people love different Rockies. But I'm excited to check these out for the first time, especially, for 3 and 4. So very pumped for those. I kind of disappointed they didn't do all the Rockies the same day on Steelbook as the Knockout Collection, but whatever. I'm getting them. That's all that matters. So yeah, once they come, I am watching them. So thank you for tuning in. I thought this would be fun to kind of go over what I'm most excited for. I know a lot of other channels do this, and it's a good there's something good about it. You kind of write down ahead of time, like, hey, these are the titles that are really high on my list. I have to make sure I lock these in pre-order or whatever. So not only is it good for making a video, it's also good for me to know, hey, these are the top titles I'm interested in. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great Blu-ray Tuesday tomorrow, a great Blues Day, and then all the rest of the Tuesdays in the month. Lots of great stuff, like I said. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, submit me your top 25 list, and see you in the next one.